Hello and welcome to the Rabbit Hole with me, Graham Hughes, and I am joined, as always, by the delectable Rachel Harris. How you doing, Rach? You all right?
Good, very good. Good night last night in America, wasn't it?
It was a fantastic night. We actually had some good news.
Yeah.
And when Mandami did his speech, he name-checked transgender people as well.
Hey, well, why
we've
wouldn't
got to stand up for all of the people in our community.
Meanwhile, in number 10, so are we going to do the same? Are we going to do the same, Keir? No, we're not. No. We're going to carry on doing what we're doing because they'll never expect us to do the same thing again. Aha!
We can't do that because that's what they'll expect us to do.
Graham, we're trying nothing and nothing is working.
Maybe we could try Maybe we could try doing it even more.
I don't know. I don't know what I have to ask.
We could try the shit that isn't working, and we could try doing that even more.
Only we need to go more right wing because then we'll get those voters.
Yeah, those refuck voters who are fucked off to vote for refuck and would never have voted for Labour anyway because they were Tory voters. But whatever.
Yeah. There's a million people.
There's Keir Starmer there.
Hello, Keir.
I've made him appear on the screen. Hello, Mr. Irrelevant. Hello. Anyway, let's get rid of that. This is the nothing but politics. This is not politics. This is the anything but politics show.
This is not the politics you want.
This is not the politics you're looking for. So big shout out to Sarah Davis in the chat, and Diz and Chris C. Pete's Music is in there as well, and Graham Haller. Hello, and others. If you'd like to join our friends in the chat, unless you've already subscribed to the channel, you can't. Okay. Anyway, so this is my fourth show today.
I know. I was surprised you wanted to do it, but that's where you get to choose the order of these films.
Yes, yeah. So we had 5 hours last night, 1 hour this morning, 1 hour for question time, whatever it's called. Mrs. Questions.
Yeah.
So and
hilarious.
8 hour. I'm going to actually work an 8 hour day today. Apparently, you do a better Starmer than I do. I don't. I think mine's more like John Major.
I just think I channel my beaker from the Muppets.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about dystopian movies because it is remember the 5th of November, and therefore it is V for Vendetta Day. I don't know what else there is to remember today. Remember that V for Vendetta came out 20 years ago.
Classic film.
I don't know if it came out 20 years ago today. That would have been a good time to release the film on the 5th of November.
Would have been the best.
Should we check? It was 2005, wasn't it? V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
V for Vendetta, 2005 film. Release date, the 7th of March, 2006. You missed your date there.
Yeah.
You missed your date because the 31st, sorry, the 5th of November, 2005 would have been the 400th anniversary, I think, of the Gunpowder Plot.
Well, we can talk about that film when we get to it in the 50.
Maybe it was released in the UK earlier. Release dates. No, 17th of March. Maybe it was delayed. Yeah. Oh, actually, the premiere in US was on December the 11th, 2005. So obviously, that was the 70th anniversary of the 69th anniversary of the abdication of King Edward VIII.
Was that the one that was a bit fash?
Yeah, the fashy one. We didn't like him.
Bit fashy.
So after going out with the Yanks, so we said, you can't be part of the royal family anymore.
There's always one in the royal family.
There's always one, isn't there? Yeah. Anyway, but he was a fash. Anyway, so yes. So we're talking about today. We're talking about our favourite dystopian films. We've got a top 50 here.
We don't necessarily, by Graham.
We don't necessarily agree on all of these being in here or not, whatever. But if there are some honourable mentions and we haven't mentioned them, please jump in the chat. But obviously,
it's just fun.
Yeah. But obviously, wait a little bit. If there's an obscure movie and we've got to, I don't know, the top 10 or something, we still haven't mentioned it. Chances are we're not going to mention it, so just be sensible, I guess.
Yeah.
So before we do this, though, let's do the honourable mentions. Honourable mentions.
So these are the television series, really, aren't they?
These are the television series, dystopian TV series. So what we have, have you seen Survivors?
I have. So I saw the the 1970 series,
Wow.
which was bloody scary when you're like 7 years old. Guy drops a vial of a virus at an airport. It spreads all over the world. Everybody dies except about 5% of the population.
Oh,
And this
wow.
is about a group of survivors in England, all very posh, all very all very middle class.
Ew.
And all I remember is they lived in a farmhouse, and one of them could fly a helicopter called Greg Preston, who doesn't make it to the end of the series, gets smallpox and dies, but is in it for quite a lot of it. And it's all about them surviving and making gas, electricity, and keeping in there. And it was dark. It was a bit
Yeah.
like the 1970s Day of the Triffids
Yeah.
series as well. Again, the John Wyndham, that was very dark, very 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they remade it about 6 years ago, no, 7, 8 years ago with Julia Graham.
Mm.
The BBC did one season of that and they cancelled it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Mm.
wasn't as good as the very dark 70s one.
Yes, true.
There you go.
Then there's Falling Skies.
Falling Skies, great sci-fi you've not seen yet.
No.
It has the guy from Noah Wiley who was in ER.
ER. He played Carter, didn't he?
He did play
ER?
Carter.
Who was the main character in the first episode?
He
and
was
kept falling asleep.
It's about a band of survivors, military and civilian. Aliens have taken over the Earth, and these guys are in a sort of convoy traveling across America and working out ways that they're going to defeat the aliens, which I'm not going to ruin the series, but it's good. It finishes. It's 5 seasons. It actually does finish.
Yeah.
So Sci-Fi Channel didn't cancel it, which is their way.
Yeah.
And dark but good. Really good action packed. Some really good cameo of a lot of good actors in it that you'll recognize.
Yeah. I've got Day of the Triffids here. I didn't know that was a TV series. I thought that was just a movie.
There was a black and white movie. It was remade in a couple of parts with Eddie Izzard.
Okay.
About 10 years ago.
I've met Susie Eddie Izzard.
Oh, yeah. And they shot it around Moorgate Station. There's a lot of shooting around Moorgate for some reason. They must have had the set for free on a Sunday.
It's like in Doctor Who. He's got a box that can go anywhere in time and space, and he ends up just hanging around London all the time.
What I liked about Eddie Izzard is obviously everybody goes blind in the Day of the Triffids, and he's on the plane, and the actor is obviously the character's male. So Susie Izzard's character is male, and the plane's it realizes it goes forward, realizes the pilots are blind because everybody in the world's blind. And so goes back, the plane's going down, and he grabs all the life vest. All the passengers are blind. For some reason, he hasn't gone blind because he probably hasn't looked at the green stars. So he grabs all the life jackets off under everybody's seats, fills the loo full of life jackets, climbs into the loo and closes the door, and the plane crashes, and he survives.
Yes.
He's in the loo with all the life jackets. And he climbs out of the burning plane going, and he pushes himself down.
Brilliant. Love it. I'll have to check that out. So Day of the Triffids. With Eddie Izzard. Okay, V. Not V for Vendetta, but V from the 1980s.
Oh, is that? That's not on my one.
I've just added it.
V, yeah.
Because when you mentioned aliens in Falling Skies, I thought V should be on here. V was amazing. When I was like 6, V was amazing.
Seasons, the 1970s season with Diana and the ripping off the green skin. And the good guy in that was Freddy Krueger.
Yes, Robert Englund.
Remade again with the woman that was in Stargate.
And she was in Lost
Firefly.
as well.
Pardon?
It was a woman from Lost as well. She played Penny in Lost.
Something more, but there's this
Penny's boat
actress who was in Firefly, Stargate, Homeland.
You mean Marina Baccarin?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
She's in the new V. She plays the Diana.
She's Deadpool's girlfriend.
Who's?
Deadpool.
Oh,
she
really?
plays Deadpool's girlfriend in the first one. She's barely in the other two. So then, so that's V. I didn't like the remake because the reboot or whatever, the modern update,
and it got cancelled.
In the original, Robert Englund and his mates set up a transmitter to transmit a signal out to the universe to say, "Help, we've been invaded." And they say maybe if there's some other alien species out there that they've had a run-in with this particular group of aliens, and maybe they'll come and help us. Hail Mary, whatever. I thought it'd be so interesting if you picked up the story 30 years later, and the second set of aliens turn up, and they don't know whether they are friends or foes of the aliens who have by now just absolutely colonized every part of the Earth.
Without giving Falling Skies plot away, you're going to like that. If you like that plot, you're going to like Falling Skies.
That's what they should have done with V. That's what they should have done with V. The 100. I've not seen this.
Yeah, so AI nukes the world.
Stop doing that, AI, you silly.
I know. Billy. But so all the space stations. So when it happens, all the space stations all join up in space. Huge population grows. They have loads, but they're running 100 years later. They've been living in all the space stations. They're huge. They're all living up there, looking down at the poison world. But they keep having to exit people because all their scrubbers are beginning to fail after 100 years, and they haven't got enough oxygen. And anybody can be airlocked for the slightest infraction to save air. And eventually they decide to send 100 kids down back to Earth to survive. So they stick 100 kids in a and fire it down to Earth, and the Earth isn't as badly. I mean, it is wiped out, but it's about their survival, their fraction, people coming down from and it's 4 seasons. I gave up after season 3.5,
right?
Because it started to get a bit, oh God, just end, please end.
I hate it when things stick around too long. Fawlty Towers, they just had two series. 12 episodes, that'll do.
Yeah, I do like the first couple of seasons 100. It is very good, but then it gets, oh God, you're praying for you're praying for the end.
So we're going to give honourable mentions to Fallout and Silo, two quite similar prospects of people living in nuclear silos in the future or living in nuclear fallout shelters in the future. Fallout is goofy and a lot of fun. Silo takes itself a bit more seriously, but it's got Rebecca Ferguson in it, and I will forgive anything that has Rebecca Ferguson in it because she is one of the most beautiful women ever.
My wife plays Fallout 76, Fallout 4, and Fallout Las Vegas, and Fallout London, which is the mod. She loves that game. Best game ever.
Black Mirror, obviously, anthology series set in the future, dystopian. Definitely get to mention there.
That's the darkest.
We could probably spend an hour just talking about all the different Black Mirror episodes and how fucked up they are. What's in the chat? Tell us what your most fucked up episode of Black Mirror is. The one that fucked you up the most after watching it. I think Shut Up and Dance probably is the darkest of the dark.
I haven't seen the last season. The one where all the paedophiles are beating each other up in the wood was weird.
Yeah, that's Shut Up and Dance. That's Shut Up and Dance.
Oh my God, that's dark.
Oh my God, it's so fucking dark. Anyway, Battlestar Galactica, not really a dystopia set on Earth, but
it's so sad. I love the new. I mean, the old Galactica, I've got all the 70s. But the new one, it's Americans' foreign policy in space. I mean, the 9 colonies getting blasted away. The journey back to Earth, it's just, the ending is shit, but the seasons are great.
Stop watching it before the last episode. That's my tip. No, watch it up to the bit where Starbuck cocks it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just leave it at that.
Leave it there.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
They might Starbuck. She's gone. Oh, that's so sad. I really like Katie Sackhoff.
Did you watch The Plan? They made James Orr. They did a spin-off to sort of stitch up a lot of.
Well, they did one. They did one called Caprica, didn't they?
Oh yeah, I've got that. I watched that. Again, that does
the fall.
Yeah, it's before the first war. The first war.
And then finally, we've got to mention. We've got to mention The Man in the High Castle, based on Philip K. Dick. Philip K. Dick's probably got to come up a couple of times in this dystopia series. It's based on this idea that Japan and Germany, the Nazis, won World War II in an alternative timeline. And in the TV show, there's a Japanese guy who learns to jump between realities, between our reality where the Nazis lost and the other reality that he lives in, that the Nazis won. And then we've got The Handmaid's Tale. Margaret Atwood, 1985 book, and turned into a film in like 1990 that no one saw. But more recently has been made into a film with the daughter of the president from West Wing in it.
So The Man in the High Castle is based on a book that's about 10 pages long, and they've screened out a load of series out of it. And I gave up on The Man in the High Castle.
I just watched the first season and it was great.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Handmaid's Tale gave up after season 4 because when Trump won, it began to become a bit real.
Well, I feel that way about The Boys, the superhero spoof, if you want to call it that. But yeah, that ended pretty miserably in the last the previous season, and hopefully they're going to pick it up in the next season. But yeah, it was like, oh my god, I'm so depressed now. And then Trump won. Okay, we better crack on because we have got
50
a lot of films to get through. Okay, so at 50, this might be a bit controversial. The Truman Show.
Yeah,
it's a dystopia. Doesn't feel like a dystopia, but it is a dystopia. Yeah. Because it absolutely predicted the future lives of everyone on the planet who appears on TV every day, on streaming. They're never allowed to go to sleep. They just have to stay up all night just streaming and streaming so people can watch them. Yeah, nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, but the trouble is Truman's town where he lived, that doesn't feel very dystopian. But what's going on outside the dome is dystopian.
Yeah. And the fact that a corporation bought a baby. Yeah. That's really bad. Okay, 49. We lived through this. Contagion.
We did. Yeah.
Contagion.
And it was like #1 on fucking Netflix for the whole time.
Yes, it was the whole time of the... I remember watching Contagion when it first came out in like 2011 or whatever it was. And I completely forgot the movie. I completely forgot. I didn't know what the name of the movie was. And then I watched it again. And I was like, oh, this is the one with the that dickhead played by Jude Law.
There were 2 Contagion films around the same time, actually. There was one with Dustin Hoffman.
No, that was the 90s. That was a lot earlier. That film with Dustin Hoffman has an amazing scene in it where I saw it at the cinema and someone coughs in the cinema and you see the germs going around in the movie. Yeah. And you're like watching it in the flicks going, oh, fuck.
Shit on you, Dr. Brewster.
Yeah. I think it was called Quarantine. No, what was it called? I
can't remember the film. Maybe
Dustin Hoffman. They had a fantastic helicopter chase in that. They had quite an exciting helicopter chase. It was called something like Contagion, Infection, Outbreak. It was called Outbreak.
That was monkeys, though, wasn't it? Unlike Contagion.
Yeah. It was humans, number 48, In Time.
Yeah, that's dark.
Justin Timberlake, is he in Time? Is it Justin Timberlake? And
I don't remember who was in it.
I remember Bobajig from House, from the TV show House.
You have a finite amount of time on your watch. When you run out, you die.
Yeah. You can sell your time to someone else.
You can sell your time to other people. You can buy time if you can, if you're rich. And the guy, the character, hasn't got a lot of time. And then some millionaire is dying for some reason and gives him all his time. So suddenly he has loads of time, and then he becomes a bit more confident and brazen. And
it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting sci-fi idea, and the rich get to live as long as they want, whereas everybody else is always desperate.
Which is kind of what happens now.
Capitalism run amok. Talking of capitalism run amok, and a film that is being remade and is coming out this month. We're going to talk about the original. It's The Running Man, based on a book by some guy called Dick, also known as Stephen King. It was one of his. What was his pseudonym? Richard.
It was Philip K. Dick.
No. Stephen King had a Richard Bagman or something. What the hell was it? Oh God, that's going to annoy me.
In the chat will know.
Someone in the chat will know.
They're cleverer than we are.
Yeah, they are. Anyway, so The Running Man, based on a Stephen King short story. I think it wasn't a book. I think it was just a short story. And about a guy who is offered lots and lots of money. In the new updated version, it's $1 billion. And he's just got to stay alive for 2 weeks or whatever it is with all these people out.
He did a load of these, didn't he? Because he sort of did Total Recall and The Running Man all around the same time, didn't he? All kind of
yeah. He did a run of dystopian.
Backman,
not Bagman. Backman. Thank you, Harry Flashman. Richard.
Is that with turnover?
I was so close. Do you reckon they would have given me that on the chase? They would have gone, no, it's Backman. No, yeah.
Backman, Turner, Overdrive. There you
go. Okay. 46 is Akira.
Not seen it.
Oh, okay. 45, Her.
No, what is it? Have you seen Akira?
Yeah, I have, but there's a knock at the door, so I'm going to go and answer the knock on the door.
Oh, you can't do that.
And I'm going to leave you here for just a moment, and you can talk about Minority Report, maybe?
Yeah, I do Minority Report, and then you come back and tell me. So at 44, Minority Report, it's about the prequel department, their pre-crime, And this department arrests people before they commit a crime, and they know that because they've got three people who can see into the future in a sort of tank, and they when they see a crime, a little ball rolls down a time and it appears in the prequel with the name of the person on it, and the person gets arrested. So that's all really good, except that poor old Tom Cruise, who's in this film, gets set up, and he gets arrested for a prequel crime which he hasn't done, and he doesn't believe he's going to commit it. And then he has to sort of break what's really going on and bring his whole police service down and get the whole. And it's a good film. I haven't seen it for a long time, as you probably can hear from this terrible explanation. But his boss is Max von Sydow, who is his boss. Yeah, it's worth a watch. It's actually quite good. You get it's probably worth a watch. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, so you can't really go wrong. But prequel crime, I think they're doing another one actually, a remake of that at some point. So done the Tom Cruise prequel crime, Max von Sydow.
Minority Report. That's also Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Based on a book by him. Yeah. It was probably called "I Can Eat Your Brains with Chili for Brexit on the Day That the Man Fell Out the Tree." He had some great titles for his books, did old Philip K. Dick. So just to go back to Akira, because we kind of skipped that, 46. Yeah. It was the movie that really introduced the world to manga anime from Japan. And it's a really, really good story. The story goes that there was some scientific experiments, and there was a nuclear bomb that went off in Tokyo, obviously tapping into the Japanese,
Godzilla
ancestral sort of fear, and I guess there were still people alive who remembered the bomb when it came out in 1988, I think. And Neo Tokyo grows from the old city, and it turns out that it wasn't a bomb. It wasn't someone that just bombed the place. It was actually a child called Akira who was given these powers by scientists who were trying to give kids the power to do telekinesis and to what's it called when you can make things go on fire with your mind and stuff like that, and control people with your brain and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff.
It's causing fire and fire.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic. It is really it's a bit gory at the end, but it's very, very good. I wanted to mention this. So this is Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, and I think it's directed by Spike Jonze, who was the director of. Didn't he do Being John Malkovich? Malkovich. Spike Jonze, married to Sofia Coppola. And he was also the guy who did loads of famous music videos. He's the guy dancing like a twat outside the theatre in the Praise You video for Fatboy Slim. I think he also directed the Sabotage video for the Beastie Boys, which is one of the best videos ever. Anyway, so what it is, it's a guy falls in love with his AI girlfriend.
Oh, very Black Mirror.
Voiced by Scarlett Johansson. So very of the moment, I think.
Yeah.
And then we've got THX 1138 at 43. This is George Lucas's first feature film with Robert Duvall playing THX. And it's set in this dystopian future where people are given pills to stop them rising up against the government. So they smoke a spliff and they decide to just sit on the couch giggling all afternoon instead of actually rising up and toppling the tyrannical government. Sorry, did I say smoking? So spliff. I meant to say they take the pill. They take the pill that the government gives them to keep them subservient, which is a bit of a rip-off of 1984.
And Equilibrium.
Yes, you've got to take your pills, keep you subservient. Anyway, so THX 1138, it was produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Came out in 1971, just before Francis Ford Coppola went into interstellar mode with Godfather a year later. And it launched a young George Lucas. His next film will be American Graffiti with Ron Howard and Harrison Ford, set in the 1950s, or Hot Rods. And then he made some film in 1977 that no one's ever heard of called Star Battles or something, Space Wizards from Beyond the Stars. They had lightsaber. There was a golden butler. He was very camp. There was a bin, and there was this gold guy, and there was this hairdresser, and he shagged his sister. And what was it called?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. If anyone knows what that film was, it was really obscure. Came out in 1977. No one's heard of it since. But yeah, so this was George Lucas's first movie. It was called THX 1138. And if you ever watch any George Lucas movies, they normally have somewhere in the movie they will have the number 1138 hidden away somewhere. Oh, shut up, Graham, says Lipshin. Lol. Anyway, so yeah, 42 definitely
Like orange.
should be in here.
Disturbing.
Fucking brilliant though. Really disturbing, really grim.
McDowell, who is
based on the book by Anthony Burgess, I think.
Yeah.
And Malcolm McDowell is playing Alex DeLarge, who is this leader of a gang of lads called the Droogs. And after the movie came out in, I don't know, 73 or something, there were gangs of lads dressing up as the Droogs and going out and beating people up. And Stanley Kubrick, the director, banned the film in this country. No other country. It was banned in this country, not by the BBFC, but by the director himself. And that ban was not lifted until he died. When Stanley Kubrick died in 1999, they went, hey, let's put that film that he didn't want showing at the cinema back on the cinema. It is about a lad who commits all these horrible acts of violence, and then he gets reprogrammed so that when he tries to commit an act of violence, he feels sick. He like starts to dry heave, and he can't.
His eyes open.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And it takes away his free will.
Yeah.
And it's all filmed near the Barbican, South Bank in London, that dystopian hellhole that is that 1960s concrete dystopian abomination.
Flat there cost you £1 million.
I know. Well, there's always going to be people out there who just,
I like that.
They like clean straight lines.
He was in a vampire. Malcolm McDowell was in a vampire film.
They like equations.
Obviously, Malcolm McDowell's in the Star Trek film in Generations.
Yeah.
It's like, time is the fire in which we all burn.
And the next one is another 70s movie. And it came out about the same time, actually. Soylent Green.
Yeah.
With Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston. And this is amazing because he is a big 50s fan. He's Ben-Hur. He's in 55 Days in Peking. He's a major Hollywood blockbuster, but by the 70s, he was a little bit cooling off. So then he does a whole stream of sci-fi stuff. He's obviously Planet of the Apes, the original Planet of the Apes. He's in The Omega Man and Soylent Green. And
yes, yeah. So also in that movie is Edward G. Robinson.
Yep. Who, see what I'm going to do, boy. See what I'm going to do.
Who played a gangster in Little Caesar. He was also in the absolutely fantastic movie Double Indemnity, which is just one of the greatest movies ever made. In which he played an insurance investigator with a nose. He always knew when something was amiss.
Yeah. But
there's a gay subtext to that movie,
Okay.
Because they say at the end, because he doesn't pick up on the fact that Fred McMurray is the guy behind this thing that's going on till the very end. And he says, because I was too close to you. And if you read it through rose-tinted glasses, rainbow-tinted glasses, it's clear that he is in love with Fred McMurray, and that's why he couldn't see that he was, in fact, the villain of the piece. But he's in Soylent Green. And there's a scene where he chooses to end his own life using euthanasia. And we're not going to tell you what the twist is in the film if you haven't already seen it. Lipshin's already shouted it in the text. Whatever.
It's dark.
But apparently, what I've read, Charlton Heston knew that he was dying of cancer in this scene in real life.
Oh.
And his emotion in this scene is pretty much because they were very close friends. They worked together for many years in Hollywood. And it was his last movie, I think.
Yeah, he was big trouble with. He was a big member of the NRA, so we're not bigger.
Oh, was he?
He was, yeah. Did loads of speeches for the NRA.
Was he part of the House of Un-American Activity?
He'd have been more a Tea Party than MAGA, but he was very into big guns and gun ownership and did loads of NRA. You take this gun out of my skeleton hand, you bastards. You know, he would be really, you know, everybody has to have a gun and you're never taking guns away kind of guy.
Yeah. But yeah, great movie, set in the future. We've run out of food. Why have we run out of food in the movie Soylent Green? Anyone?
Climate change.
Climate change. Global warming.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, but there you go. So number 40, another movie in which the crops have failed. Interstellar.
The last crop. They have one crop that they can grow, and they grow it everywhere, and then that fails, and then they're fucked. So, but it's dark, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty. The weird thing about that film, and this is just an aside, is that Matt Damon is in it playing a very similar kind of cameo to and look in uniform that he wears in The Martian,
where he needs to be rescued by the US
to be
government.
rescued, but he calls them on a false call because he hasn't found a safe planet.
Yeah,
and they go there to get him, and he's like, "Hey, I've survived," But at the time Martian came out, where he's playing this incredibly good astronaut on Mars, but the outfits are the same.
And you're like, I don't want to save him. They already saved him in World War II. How much money is the US government going to waste on saving Matt Damon? Matt Damon. Okay, so Interstellar. I mean, it's more of a sci-fi than a dystopia. It's not quite, Mad Max, which we'll come to soon.
It is, but the Earth is dying, and everybody needs to live.
But here's a dystopia for you. Wall-E. Eva. Absolutely fantastic. Of half the film, no dialogue at all. It's just a sad little robot, the last robot left operating on a planet that has been absolutely trashed by one big mega corporation, by and large, which is it called By and Large or something like that?
Elon Musk, was it?
Yeah. That has just turned the entire planet into a big toxic waste site, and all the humans are very fat and they live in space on a cruise. They basically live on a cruise and they don't have to move or do anything or think for themselves. Wall-E, really good. Right, 38, Elysium.
This is dark because this is now.
This is about rich people in space, isn't it?
It is. I mean,
well, so is Wall-E and Stark, actually. The Ben Elton. There you go. It's an honorable mention for the TV show Stark.
And now, who's going into space are billionaires. Who's going to be left behind to die and doesn't have bunkers? Us. Hey.
Yeah, Elysium.
Elysium.
So set in the future. Rich people live in space. Everyone else lives down.
And it has what's her name? Is the Silence of the Lambs woman? Hello, Doctor Lecter.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster, she's the almost the villain.
Yeah.
So
37, Idiocracy.
Not seen it.
I mean, there's a guy, he gets frozen for like 500 years, and he comes in the future, and the guy in charge, everyone's wearing Crocs. And seriously, that's part of the film. Everyone wears Crocs. And the President of the United States runs the place like it's WrestleMania. And he's got all his cronies in all these positions of power who are given like big trinkets to, show their status. And basically everyone's a fucking idiot.
Oh, it's like now. It's now.
Well, exactly. They set it 500 years in the future. Didn't need to. It's just Mike Judge, creator of Beavis and Butthead and Silicon Valley, made it. And he should have just set it 20 years in the future.
Yeah.
One generation. Idiocracy is now, says Diz. Yes, absolutely.
It really is, Diz.
Yeah. Blah blah says, watch the first 10 minutes and last 10 minutes, save yourself 4 hours. I think they're talking about Interstellar there. And we've never seen Electric State. No, I don't think anyone's seen Electric State, so you're not alone there. Number 36, this is one of my faves. Demolition Man. It's fucking brilliant. When it first came out, I never saw it at the cinema, because I just thought, it's a Sylvester Stallone film. I'd seen like Cliffhanger, and I was like, it's just going to be one of those fucking daft films. And I actually watched it. It's a really clever sci-fi movie about what happens if Disney took over the whole of America and you weren't allowed to swear.
But Graham, what do you do with the 3 shells?
What do you do with the 3 shells? I love the fact they never bothered to explain that. I love that. I think that so many films, especially bloody prequels, they go out their way to explain how Gandalf got his fucking twig, or how like Han Solo got called Han Solo, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I've never sat there thinking, oh, do you know what? Maybe they thought that Gandalf's name sounded a bit like Grand. Maybe they thought he was a big elf, so they called him Grand Elf, and then they got Gandalf. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. I do like the bit when he decides he needs toilet paper and he goes up to the machine and he goes,
he just swears.
And he goes, toilet paper.
Yeah. Dennis Leary leading the underground resistance makes an impassioned speech about freedom. And,
Nigel Hawthorne.
Yeah. Nigel Hawthorne as the baddie, as the Walt Disney figure. And also, Wesley Snipes, who's just fucking having fun. He's just having a laugh. It's brilliant. He's just a fucking psychopath. It's brilliant.
Always bet on black.
Yeah.
Different film.
12 Monkeys at number 35.
Okay. So the TV series is fucking excellent.
Ooh, I didn't know there was a TV series.
Oh my God, the TV series is brilliant. There's 3 seasons, 4 seasons. You'll love this TV series, actually. Right up the street. The film is great. I only watched it a couple of weeks ago, actually. And I really enjoyed it. Because I'd seen the television series, going back to watch the film and seeing it makes a lot more sense. There's a lot of hidden subtext to that film that you don't really realize. And so it's really good. But you only pick up by watching the 4 seasons of the series.
So I liked it. Yeah, it's Bruce Willis sent back from the future to stop a virus that wipes out most of humanity. He meets up with Brad Pitt in a lunatic asylum, and it's very good. It's very good. Terry Gilliam.
It is.
And there's a couple of Terry Gilliam films in this, I think, or at least there should be. Yes, there is. Just making sure. Number 34 is something I've not heard of before. It's called By Dawn's Early Light.
Yeah, it's a nuclear war film. It's American pilots having to go and drop the bomb and stuff and go on their mission. It's quite dark.
Yeah.
All I remember is that I saw it a long, long time ago. It was one of those films like Threads that you don't forget. It was just a bit where the pilot, he just pulls the blind back as they're dropping, and he goes blind in one eye because all the shutters are cool, and he pulled it back and had a little look out. He says, I can't see. And it's dark because they're not going to come back to their base because the bases aren't there anymore, but they're doing that. So it's pretty dark. I mean, I tell you what we didn't put in here, unless you have, I haven't looked, the film with Gregory Peck and the submarine.
They're in Australia.
On the beach.
On the beach. I know. Do you know what? That was on my honourable mention list. On the beach. I've got a load of honourable mentions if we've got time at the end.
That is so desperatty sad.
Based on the book by Neville Shute.
It's so sad.
Fucking, that is grim.
Sad.
That is.
Oh God.
I don't want to give you any spoilers, but everyone dies. That's it.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Nobody's alive, but you think they're all right and they're going to survive.
Yeah. No, everyone dies. Yeah. Sorry, spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
33 is another one that I've not even heard of called Damnation Alley.
Again,
it's one of yours.
Yeah, it's a group of Americans. They survive the nuclear war. The world's pretty unstable. And all I remember is they have to fight big insects crossing a desert it's a little bit sci-fi as well. And I just remember the 2 vehicles. They've got each of the 4 corners. They've got 3 wheels which rotate. The wheels and they hit a bump. The wheels go ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk round. And really clever idea for a desert crossing vehicle.
Yeah.
Really dark. The bald guy in it, the guy that leads them is the guy who's the guy with the leather jacket in Total Recall. That famous actor, the guy that's always playing sort of villains. He's the leader of the group. It's a good old. It's a bit tacky now, and the effects are pants. We're talking Peter Fonda surfing in Escape from LA. CGI.
Oh dear.
It's really bad. Those are quite dystopian.
Yeah.
We didn't put those in, did we? Escape from New York, Escape from LA.
Yeah. They're coming up. We need to crack on because we've only got 15 minutes left, and we go
to 7:15.
Loads. Right. Okay, we've got half an hour left. We've still got 31 films. No, 32. So 32
Dark City.
Dark City, which came out a couple of years earlier than The Matrix and was unfortunately looked over. But it's got Rufus Sewell, and it's got the beautiful Jennifer Connelly, at the height of her powers, and Richard O'Brien from the Rocky Horror Picture Show and Crystal Maze. And it's brilliant. It's a really good little self-contained story set in a dark city. It's also got Kiefer Sutherland in it. It's excellent. It's worth your time. Next one, another one that's worth your time, and someone has just shouted this in the chat, actually. Pete shouted this in the chat. Snowpiercer, not the TV series, but the film with Chris Evans, not the TV presenter, but the actor who plays Captain America, and Johnny Torch.
Does Sean Bean die in the television series? I'm
not telling you.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think it's left a bit open. I don't know, because we stopped watching it after season 2.
Okay.
I've not seen season 3.
Right.
Okay, Snowpiercer is set on a train that can't stop because the world is frozen, and they have a perpetual motion machine going on the train, they think, but actually it's run by the blood of children or something mad. And the train is a metaphor for the class system. And this is made by the same director, I think, who made Parasite, which is very good. South Korean director. So Snowpiercer. We got number 30, the Divergent trilogy.
Yep. Convergent, Divergent, New. Oh, I can't remember. There's 3. I only watched those recently. They're quite dark. Obviously, they're in the future. The world's different. All got the factions, the security, and the agricultural, and the thinkers. It's all a bit.
Maze Runner. This is a sort of tween book series. Do quite well. My stepdaughter really likes the Maze Runner books. She's read them all. Set in the future where kids are made to go through a maze.
Yeah.
Because reasons.
Yeah, for no reasons at all. And anyway, when they escape the maze, then they find the world's all bit nuked.
Yes.
But there are civilizations which sort of are explored. Yeah.
Okay, so at 28, Dredd. Not Judge Dredd, because that was shit. 2012 Dredd with Carl Urban.
No, the Carl Urban one's terrible. I like the original. I hate Stallone because he's a Trumper now. I can't watch it.
Well, there you go.
Original 2012. The original Stallone one was very camp, and I like that. I judged him and all that stuff. That was great. The Kurt Urban one was set in a housing. It was like,
it was a remake of the Raid Redemption, or the Raid Redemption was a remake of it. I don't know. I think they were made at the same time. Bong Joon-ho is the name of the guy who created Snowpiercer, which was based on a French graphic novel, actually. And so each carriage is going up in class. So the closer you get to the actual front of the train, the higher class you are. So all the working class people are right at the back, and all the upper class people are right at the front. And there's a story of one guy fighting his way to the front of the train. Literally. Okay, so that's Snowpiercer, Divergent, Maze Runner, Dredd. Next one is Oblivion. 27.
That was the sci-fi with Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Everybody supposedly left the Earth. He's the last astronaut, kind of just basically shutting shop because everybody's gone. But that's not what's happened. And that's all we're going to say.
Yeah. Number 26 might be a little bit controversial, but it's AI.
Yeah.
Artificial Intelligence by Steven Spielberg, based on a concept by, it's based on a book called Super Toys Last All Summer Long.
Yeah. Something like that.
I think, something like that.
No.
Super Toys Last All Summer Long. And this is a book that Stanley Kubrick wanted to adapt. He'd had meetings with Steven Spielberg about adapting it. And then Stanley Kubrick carked it just after he finished his edit of Eyes Wide Shut in 1999. And then this came out 2 years later. And it was supposed to be a little bit of a homage by Steven Spielberg for Stanley Kubrick.
A long film.
I'm not a massive fan, I've got to say. I'm not a massive fan.
It's the kid that's in I See Dead People.
It is the I See Dead People. Yeah, Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
His name is.
It's a long film.
Yeah, it goes on a bit. And then at the end, the aliens are not aliens, they're robots. And that's the point. But they look like aliens. Steven Spielberg has made them look like aliens, doesn't really explain it very well. So it's, but don't program artificial children to love you forever, because they will.
Yeah.
25, Equilibrium, which came out about the same time as The Matrix, so it's kind of a little bit overlooked, but it's got the kid from Empire of the Sun. I don't know what he's doing these days.
Christian Bale.
He went on to play Batman or something.
Sean Bean in it?
Adam West. Yes, Sean Bean is, isn't it?
Yeah, and they take pills, you know.
They take pills. No one's allowed to read.
Right.
No one's allowed to read.
He doesn't take his pill, and then he suddenly sort of wakes up a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah. So that's really good. Number 24, Hunger Games series.
Or as we like to call it, Trump's America.
Breaking Dawn. But I also want to give a shout out, an honourable mention to Battle Royale, which it was kind of ripped off from, which was a Japanese film. Was it Japanese or South Korean? It was Japanese.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
In which there's a bunch of school kids and they're put on an island and told to kill each other.
Yeah. That's a good
paving the way for Squid Game. Quite similar.
I've forgotten about that one.
Hunger Games series, very good. It also had our friend Donald Sutherland in, playing President Snow, Cornelius Snow.
Is it that? I can't remember.
Whatever. The other symbol. The other thing. Also had one of the last performances of Philip Seymour Hoffman before he passed away, unfortunately. Also got Woody Harrelson, from Cheers, Woody, the bartender.
Well, also, Donald Sutherland didn't go on much long after those, did he? I don't know.
Donald Sutherland was around for a bit longer.
Was he?
I think. Yeah. He only passed away a couple of years ago. And then at 23, The Book of Eli.
Nice twist in that.
Ooh, I'm not seeing it, so don't tell me what it is.
All right.
This is about a post-apocalyptic guy walking around.
Yeah, what I like about it, I'm not going to tell you the twist, but he has an iPod and he's always looking for power to charge it, and it's got a really modern, really nice soundtrack, but it's in a really desperate world, and he's traveling all the way. He's carrying a book. He's going to San Francisco, where on Alcatraz Island is a depository of all the books that's left in the world, and he's trying to get there. But there's a little twist as well, which I might
the baddie Michael Ironside.
Oh, Michael Ironside is the guy from Total Recall.
And also RoboCop, which is coming up in a moment.
Yeah. Damnation Alley. Yeah.
Book of Eli, good film. And then Logan's Run. This is one of my favourites just because Jenny Agutter is absolutely gorgeous, and she spends the whole movie without wearing a bra. It's fucking awesome. A society in which people are killed when they reach the age of 30.
So we wouldn't be on here now.
We would not be on here. No, in the Logan's Run world. But everyone would be very beautiful and very happy living underground after a nuclear apocalypse has apparently wiped out the planet. And then to Basil Exposition from the Austin Powers films and Jenny Agutter team up to escape. Yeah. It's very good. Okay.
And Peter Ustinov.
Peter Ustinov, yeah. Wow.
And there's a spin-off series that had Richard Jordan, a young Richard Jordan in it, who went on to do loads of films.
Ooh. Well, at 21, we've got Terminator and Terminator 2, Judgment Day. We're kind of smushing any kind of franchises into one entry because I didn't want it to be like, Mad Max, Mad Max 2, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
I've just played Terminator Resistance. If you're a gamer, it's bloody brilliant.
Yeah. So that's all good. And then what else have we got? We've got Escape from New York. Escape from LA at number 20.
Yeah.
I think we can ignore Escape from LA. That's a very silly movie.
It is pants.
But Escape from New York, Snake Plissken.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Snake.
Dead simple premise. Manhattan has been turned into a high security jail, an open air prison, and the president's plane crash lands, or his helicopter thing crash lands in Manhattan. And Snake Plissken has to come and rescue the president. But there's more to it than that.
Yeah, Donald Pleasance is the president, and Lee Van Cleef is the guy Lee Van Cleef.
Good, the bad, and the ugly. So there you go. And then number 19, a film that came out around the same time as Avatar, and I think blew it out the water. District 9 came out 2009.
There's bloody aliens in that ship. Diplomatic community.
I watched it in South Africa.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was buzzing off how funny his accent was, and I went with this other British guy, and we were pissing ourselves laughing most of the movie, and no one else in the cinema was laughing because they're like, "Why are you laughing? They're talking normal." You freaking prunes. We're the prunes. What I really like about it is that it's what if aliens come, and instead of trying to take over the Earth, they're literally refugees from a planet that's not with us anymore, how would we treat them? How would we behave?
Hello, Nigel Farage. We do not want the aliens down here on the planet.
Well, exactly. And obviously, there's a lot of parallels with apartheid. This is made by a South African filmmaker. It's set in South Africa. And it's very clever. It's very clever because they spend a lot of time and effort in Avatar to make you think that the Na'vi were dead sexy, right? They gave them cat eyes and tails and lovely long bodies and all this kind of stuff, and all the curves to make sure that they looked really nice. So you'll think, oh, I'd like to protect them because they're nice looking. In District 9, they make these aliens look so fucking disgusting. They're like, basically, they call them prawns because they've got all this like stuff hanging from their faces, and they've got, they're all like big insects, and they're kind of hulking, and they're not, they're very clever to get you to sympathize for these aliens who don't look like you should be sympathetic towards them. It's a bit like being sympathetic towards a face hugger from Aliens. So that's District 9. Love it. Another film I love. I'll buy that for $1. RoboCop.
Oh, but the original's not
the original. Remake. Don't talk to me about the remake. That doesn't even exist as far as I'm concerned. The original RoboCop. What a movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Very dystopian, very corporate. I love the bit with the early Mark, which is in the boardroom and it machine guns that guy.
Yeah. Ed 209.
Yeah, that's great. I want one of those.
Maybe we should get Jim will paint it to do Ed Sheeran 209. Do you reckon he's done that?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
That'll be good. I keep trying to get him to do Stanley Kubrick directs Button Moon, but he won't do it for me. If you're watching, Jim, can you please just do Stanley Kubrick directs Button Moon? Come on. Be awesome. Escape from New York, District 9, RoboCop, Total Recall. At number 16, I've got 28 Days Later and 28 Years Later. I'm going to miss out the middle one.
We did Total Recall, but we sort of did Total Recall, right?
Oh, sorry, I skipped Total Recall. Sorry. No, yeah. Another Philip K. Dick book based on a book called We Can Remember It For You Wholesale.
The original film, really good.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The remake of Total Recall is not great.
Some amazing special effects for their day.
Yeah.
Look a bit chunky now, but at the time, where he's got the woman's mask and it comes off his face. And
they did remake Total Recall. Same guy.
They did.
Same guy as RoboCop, wasn't it? The remake of RoboCop.
I don't know. I didn't see either of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed Total Recall.
Original, good old Arnie. Get your ass back to Mars. Get your ass back to Mars.
And a kind of
great. Turn it on its ear. Turn it on.
It's got a bit of an ambiguous ending because you think that it's this big hero thing, but if you watch the film properly, it might just be a fantasy in his head, and he might be dead.
Oh, interesting.
It'll just all be this because he's downloading, like Better Than Life from Red Dwarf, that kind of idea.
That it's like Starship Troopers. It's about fascism, and you're supporting the baddies. Anyway,
yes,
that's dystopian.
It's afraid. Yeah, Doogie Howser, MD. It's afraid. So they got that. We got 28 Days Later, which is fantastic. Just a zombie film, but it's really good.
But it's not dystopian in the rest of the world's all right. And actually, it's just sort of Brexit, isn't it, really?
Yeah. 28 years later is Brexit. 28 years later.
Right. Okay.
What if the rest of the world put Britain in quarantine?
Yeah.
For,
kind of have.
Yeah. So that's a class movie. Okay, so 28 Days Later, and so what I've grouped together is I Am Legend, Omega Man, and Last Man on Earth because they're all based on the same source novel, which is called I Am Legend.
I've seen Last Man on Earth,
and it's about a guy who is presumably the last person on Earth. He's not really, especially in I Am Legend. Yeah. But the world it's actually a vampire. It's a vampire novel, isn't it? I Am Legend.
Yeah. The creatures that come. Everybody dies, and except 10% who are kind of vampires.
Quaid, open your mind. Day of the Triffids, 14 again, but this is the film of Day of the Triffids from the 1950s, black and white one, which is really good. Except they die too easily at the end. which I kind of hate.
Yeah.
I hate it when they pull a lever and all the aliens go away. They do that on Doctor Who all the fucking time. He's like, oh, there's a button. And he presses the button and a big portal opens and all the Cybermen and the fucking Daleks and the sea monsters, they all fly. And none of the humans.
I feel sorry for the Daleks. The Daleks, they build squadrons and legions and planets and he turns up and he goes,
he presses a button or he gets his magic wand out. The sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
Use your magic wand, Doctor. Okay. Alakazam! Oh, you made the aliens go away.
Bollocks, we're done again.
Bollocks. Fuck. He put his magic wand. Have you thought about maybe taking the magic wand off him?
Yeah.
So there you go. Day of the Triffids. When the Wind Blows at 13. We've talked about this before on the show.
It's sad, and there's a picture book that they did as well that people read. It's very sad.
Yeah,
it's two old late people treating nuclear war as being the Second World War. But let's build a shelter. Let's hide under the table, and it's just horrible.
Yeah,
so sad.
The director of The Snowman, Diane Jackson. She did the dream sequence. When they have the dream sequence in, because it's based on Raymond Briggs's book, isn't it? When the Wind Blows, so it's the same sort of animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diane Jackson, who was the mum of, she passed away sadly in
the cartoon threads, really.
80s. But yeah, she is she died in 1992. A very, very good friend of mine's mum directed The Snowman and that bit of When the Wind Blows. Very sad movie in which there's this old couple who think that the end, the nuclear bomb is just going to be like World War II. It's all going to be a bit of fun. So, we just got to keep calm and carry on. And no, because nuclear fallout is going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
So they do what they're told and they think, oh, it's just going to be like the Blitz when we were kids. No, not like the Blitz.
It's horrible.
Fucked. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. These movies. Okay, so what else have we got? This is such a good movie, and it's one of those
of the island. Just as an aside, it's a bit the island and the Gattaca. There's something.
Is that the one with Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor? The island.
Yeah, on the island. They're actually,
they're being grown for their body parts.
Yeah.
In the island. That was going to get an honorable mention as well.
Oh right, okay, good.
Yeah. But Gattaca, it's got quite a few of these movies got Jude Law in. He was in AI, he was in Contagion, he's in this. And it's about in the future there's going to be humans who are genetically perfect. They're allowed to go into space, and the people like us who aren't genetically perfect aren't allowed to go into space. So it's about one man's quest to go into space. Kind of the opposite of that is at number 11, The Road.
Oh wait a minute, the star of that isn't Jude Law though. It's
is it Rufus Sewell again?
No.
It's Ethan Hawke, is it?
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
The Road at number 11, based on a Cormac McCarthy book, who's also the guy who wrote No Country for Old Men. He's a cheerful bugger, isn't he? Bloody hell, imagine being stuck on a long distance flight, right? And you're in the middle seats, right? And you've got Ernest Hemingway on your left, and you've got Cormac McCarthy on the right, and they're just like, everything's shit and everyone's going to die. The Road about a fella just trying to stay alive with his son.
And Mike from Neighbours is in it. Mike from Neighbours is in it.
He was Guy Pearce.
And you don't recognise it's Mike from Neighbours, but he's in it, and it's a little bit similarity to the Book of Eli.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Number 10. I love these. Planet of the Apes.
Which franchise? The Charlton Heston one or the new one?
Both. I love both of them. Although the latest film wasn't that great. But,
I haven't seen the new ones. I saw the first ones.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The new ones are fucking fantastic. But the original was just...
Get your hands off me, you dirty bastard! Dirty ape.
You damn dirty ape.
Yeah.
Based on a book. A French book, actually. Yeah. The original series was Planet of the Apes, 1968, and then there was Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which was a prequel, I think. No, it wasn't a prequel. Was it? Anyway, Beneath the Planet of the Apes ends with them detonating the nuclear bomb. That there's a weird group of druids or something.
The Amiga bomb.
The Amiga bomb, yeah. That detonates and that destroys the planet. But then it turns out that Cornelius and someone else from the original go back in time and escape from the Planet of the Apes and hang out in 1970s San Francisco.
Which is how it starts, which is how the apes become intelligent.
Yeah.
Because they do the
and then conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and then finally battle for the Planet of the Apes. And then there was a remake that we're not going to mention by Tim Burton.
Oh yeah,
we're not gonna make that. Doesn't count. That was just a joke, and a bad joke.
Like some of the Terminator films don't count.
Yeah, and then we had Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes. That was really good actually. And then the latest one is called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and it's kind of a bit of a remake of War of the Planet of the Apes. It's like there's some apes and there's some humans, and they need to get into somewhere where the weapons are kept.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, fantastic series. I don't want to give the spoiler away for Planet of the Apes, the original, but I mean, you know, I'm sure at some point.
You goddamn did it, you bastard! You went and blew it all up.
Blew it up. You idiots.
The Statue of Liberty and the Beat is sticking out.
So we've got 9 minutes to get through the last 9. So we're going to try and crack on with these as quick as possible. V for Vendetta at number 9. Based on the graphic novel by Alan.
Oh, Bleasdale?
No.
Rickman?
Alan Moore. And I used to go to the Crazy House. I used to go to the Crazy House in Liverpool with Alan Moore's daughter, Leah. Ooh. And I never found out that she was, I knew her for years. We were Facebook mates. And it wasn't until years later that I was at a thing with David Gibbons, where he was giving a talk about it. He's the guy who did the artwork for Watchmen, which is worth a mention because that is a dystopian future, but the film wasn't that great.
No.
The TV series very good, worth checking out the TV series, but the film not so good. But yeah, V for Vendetta. I was at this talk and basically he said, "Oh, big shout out to Alan's daughter who's here in the audience," and Leah, who was sitting next to me, says, "Oh, hello." I'm like, small world. Also, you know, the publisher of my book, Jared Bendis, his brother is Brian Michael Bendis, who's one of the most famous American comic book writers as well. So if anyone needs a comic book writing, I'm sure I can make some. I'm sure I can have words. Number 8.
I'm just gonna V Vendetta, Farage's Britain.
Farage's Britain. Future. Absolutely. Yeah. V's a bit of a twat though. I watch it back, and the way he treats Evie, played by
he does eggy toast. Does good eggy toast though.
He does some, but he fucking tortures Evie, Natalie Portman. He does.
Yeah, you know? He does.
But there you go. That's a fantastic movie. Number 8, I quoted this yesterday when I did the thing about Mandami. I said he had a little speech bubble saying, "I'm all out of bubblegum," which is from They Live, which is a film with Randy, what's his name? Randy Savage, is it? He was a wrestler. And he finds these sunglasses, and when he puts sunglasses on, he can see the people who are like aliens, and he can see that they look like people without the sunglasses, but when he puts the sunglasses on, they look like aliens. And all the advertisements, it looks like it's an advertisement for a car or chewing gum or whatever, but it's actually saying obey.
Oh wow!
It's really good. It's very goofy. It's very 1980s. It's a low budget movie. Well, we're checking out. Another 80s movie, not so low budget. Terry Gilliam again, Brazil. There you go. There's a downer ending for you. There's such a downer ending that the distributors didn't want to release it, did they?
I haven't seen it for a lot too long. I can't remember the ending. Don't tell me, but I haven't seen it for a long time.
It's got Michael Palin in as a dentist or something. It's got Robert De Niro in playing a plumber, a renegade plumber who just turns up and fixes the plumbing. It's kind of 1984 meets Franz Kafka. It's like a world that is drowning in bureaucracy. Nothing gets done because of all the rules. There's just rules about everything. And it's Roddy Piper, thank you very much. What did I say? Randy Savage. I just made up someone. Roddy Piper, fantastic film. Number 6, The Matrix. I'm not going to say the rest of them, just the original, The Matrix.
Well, yeah, the first one is the best one.
But, first one's the only good one, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well, you know, you have to get, you know.
But do you know what, though? Do you
You
want?
didn't like the fourth one, the remake, the
Have we
recent one.
I fell asleep. I think I fell asleep. I haven't finished watching it. Rach, I'm sorry, right? But I'm with Cypher. I'd rather live in the fucking Matrix and have a steak than live in the fucking rags and slop
Why
universe.
did I take the red pill?
Yeah.
I don't want to remember anybody.
I'm sorry, I would take the blue pill. I just absolutely would. Do you want to know what's going on? Listen, mate. So just before I take this, am I going to be able to have nice food ever again? No. Will I have nice clothes? No. You're going to be perpetually cold, starving hungry, eating slop, and escaping robot sentinels that are trying to kill you all the time. I'd be like, fuck that. I'm staying here, and I'm going to a pizza restaurant or something.
That's what that guy says. I just want to. I don't want to remember anything. I want to be famous. I want to be rich, but I don't want to remember anything.
Number 5, a movie that we mentioned when we were doing our 50 horror films, Threads.
Yeah.
That is the dystopian movie of dystopian movies. 1984's 1984 is at 4 with Richard Burton playing the voice of Big Brother, and also it's got what's his name?
John Hurt.
John Hurt, that's it. John Hurt playing Winston.
Yep.
And it's who's the woman in it? It's not Tara Fitzgerald. She looks like
I can't remember the woman, but it always reminds me of it always reminds me of The Wall, the Pink Floyd album.
Yes. Yes. Susanna Hamilton was the woman in it.
Yeah.
Bloody terrifying, and it came out in 1984, so that was kind of cool, I guess. You know,
we've got 4 minutes, 3 films. So
we've got 4 minutes, and we can maybe just take it a little bit slower now. So number 3, Children of Men.
That's a great film. We have to work out why it is that the people cannot have kids. No one have kids, mind, because my name is Michael Caine.
My name is Michael Caine.
Kids.
Clive Owen.
I don't know. She was only 16. She was.
She was only 60. She was only 60. Fantastic film. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who was also the director of Harry Potter 3. But also Gravity, which is very good.
Hey. And the star is Shoot 'Em Up Guy, which is a great film as well.
Clive Owen. It's got Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine. It's got Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Charlie Hunnam is in it.
Oh yeah, he's in Firefly. It's really good.
Yes.
I think I mean, Clive Owen, great actor. Obviously brilliant in Charmer, if you ever saw that in the 1980s, if you were that young. Great series.
The director also did Y Tu Mama Tambien, which means And Your Mother Too, which is a really good movie. It's
a dark film though, because the youngest person dies, you know, and they're like, and the whole world is in mourning because the youngest he's like 25 years old and he's the youngest and he dies and the whole world's into mourning because that's the youngest person on the planet.
Yeah.
It's really dark.
Okay, so number 2, talking of dark, Blade Runner, and possibly Blade Runner 2049, which I enjoyed. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of Dennis Villeneuve.
Watch it twice.
And I thought it was really good. I can't believe they managed to get Sean Young and Harrison Ford to come back to be in it, but they did, you know.
Yeah.
Money, the power of money. And then it's set in
happy.
Yeah, the original was directed by Ridley Scott, one of the greatest directors of the 20th and 21st century. Also the director of Alien, Black Rain, Thelma and Louise, Gladiator, Matchstick Men. Okay, we might not mention that one. He also directed Legend, the fantasy movie Legend. That was a Ridley Scott film. And his brother Tony Scott directed Top Gun and Days of Thunder and Crimson Tide. Is it?
I love it. That's a good film.
The submarine film. Yeah, that was Tony Scott. Tony Scott was fantastic. Unfortunately, he passed away 2012. But yes, so that just leaves us with 1 minute to talk about the last number one.
Ryan Gosling, though, you know, on his wedding day.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling on the happiest day in the world. Ryan Gosling went on his saddest day.
Okay, I'm going to defend Ryan Gosling here because we watched Drive this week, and he says hardly anything in that movie. A bit like number one here, but like he hardly has any lines in the movie at all, and it's all expressed through these little emotions, and you can tell. I think he's good. I honestly, yeah. Give him a break. Give him a break. Okay, number one, post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
This has got to be it. This is the most dystopian set of movies of all time. It's the Mad Max saga.
Originals or new, or you like them
all? All of them.
Yeah, Mad Max. Of course, you're putting Waterworld in there, aren't you? Because you love Waterworld as well, aren't you?
Waterworld gets a special mention because it's a Mad Max ripoff, but set on the water. So Mad Max in the original, there's no nuclear war, but oil is running out and lawlessness is on the streets, and that's Mad Max 1. Mad Max 2, the oil has run out, and we're in a world where everything's a bit fucked up. Mad Max 3, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, is post-apocalyptic. It's actually there's been a war over the oil, and people are obsessed with their cars, absolutely obsessed. They're
driving around looking for oil.
Cars. Yeah, running around looking for oil. And then Fury Road was stuck in development hell for 30 fucking years. It's a long time to be in development hell. Before it came out in 2015, I think it came out. There's a rumor that the feral kid from the second one, who's the narrator, it turns out, grew up to be the Max of Mad Max Fury Road. But the director, George Miller, said, no, that's not true. He does mention in Fury Road that he used to be a cop, which makes no sense because he's far, far too young to have been a cop. And then for the apocalypse to have taken place, and he's in his, 40s at most. And then Furiosa, which came out last year. Was it last year or this year? Can't remember. Which I thought was fucking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Anna Taylor-Joy. And don't forget, Mad Max really set the aesthetic for all the post-apocalyptic movies that were to come in the 80s. And Mad Max, I think the original was 1978. But out of all of them, I think Fury Road is my favourite just because the stunts are so out there, and it's got the guy with the guitar with the big flames coming out of it. Road Warrior, the second one, Mad Max 2, I think is an absolute fucking classic. I think there's about 5 lines in the entire movie. It just doesn't need to be. Just the action speaks for itself.
Sadly, it breaks my rule. I watch the new ones, but I can't watch the Stallone film now because he's a Trumper, and I can't watch Mad Max because Mel Gibson's an arsehole. So
he is an arsehole. Anti-Semitic, wife-beating, racist arsehole.
I can't watch a film. I'm not going to watch the art. It's like I don't read the Potter books, and I'm not going to watch the art. I'm not going to watch the art. Not going to do it.
So, some people have been mentioning a certain bay full of pirates in the chat. I'm not trying to tell you where this bay is, but if you do have a ship that you could sail to any country in the world in order to meet up with these pirates in this bay, my advice would be Costa Rica. Okay, because Costa Rica, for whatever reason, doesn't mind there being pirates in this bay in Costa Rica. I think it's near Puerto Limon. So if you do have a good ship VPN and you do want to watch some of these movies and you don't want to give money to the people who are in the movies because they're scum, that's just something that you might want to have a look at. I don't know. Was that coded enough? Am I going to go to jail now?
I don't know. I didn't understand what you said. I'm nearly 60.
Okay, good. Yarr. Okay, so thanks, Rach, for doing our 50 top down. Good. Bottom up, top down, middle out. Top 50 dystopian movies. What did you think in the chat? Let us know. I love the Watchmen film, says Harry Flashman. Burton's last film, says Harry Flashman. I just watched Brazil again, having not seen it for a while. Fantastic. It is very dark, though, very dark. And I think Children of Men is one of the greatest movies ever made, says Oliver. I do not disagree with that. And honorable mention should include the Mad Max game. Well, we won't go into games. We might do that on another episode.
Yeah, I'm thinking about playing that game. I'm doing another Call of Duty at the moment. But Call of Duty 4, which it's really weird because Call of Duty 3 in the time is after, which is 2007, and Call of Duty 4 is 2011. So I don't understand why. No, 3 is 2011, 4 is 2007. So I don't know why they're out of sequence and the years are different. I haven't worked that out yet. But anyway, I'm playing.
Maybe it's like Star Wars. It goes 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Wolfenstein's like that. The Old Blood and the New Blood are. The Old Blood is the first in time, but it's the second. It's the second game. Which is really
I think
weird.
there was a Wolfenstein before the 3D one.
Oh yeah, there's Wolfenstein, Return to Wolfenstein Castle. There's Wolfenstein 9, which there's a disc that Bethesda pulled back because of the 216 game. There's a load of Wolfenstein. There's even a Wolfenstein 3D.
I was there. I was there at the beginning.
Yeah.
The original 6 levels, which ended with you killing Mecha Hitler. And when you shot him dead, he went, Eva auf Wiedersehen, and died. On my 286. That's how old I am.
Well, you get to play a lot of those original Wolfenstein maze games.
Yeah.
In Wolfenstein, if you go up to a picture or a bed, and you click on it while you're playing the proper first shooter, it takes you back to those games and you get to play them.
Fantastic. Well, there's a secret level in Doom 2 that took you into Wolfenstein as well. That's right. There is. Well, true story. Okay, right. Thank you very much, Rachel. I'm going to let you go. I know you're supposed to have a hard finish at 7:15, so I hope you're not in too much trouble with the wife. Not at all. But I'm going to go because I'll probably be in trouble with mine. If I don't shut up now. So, Rachel, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hope you've enjoyed us doing our little 50 countdown. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, bright and early, for Morning Brew. And until then, I'll say thanks for watching. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye.